Hello, I'm Aya Noack. We are in Denmark, 25 kilometers outside of Copenhagen in the beautiful countryside. This is Nature's plant nursery, Naturplanteskolen in Danish. I want to take you on a short journey through our forest garden here. Enjoy. This is our design. We are here at the moment. The plant nursery is located here. There are features in the garden we will have a look at in a moment. And first we will go and see the windbreak that helps us a lot with the wind from the west. So this is our edible windbreak. It's a very important part of the forest garden at Naturplanteskolen. It's 300 meters long and it's old trees that are very close, so it gives a very good windbreak. And where we are now is the conventional field, which is the neighbor's field. So this is the plant nursery part of Naturplanteskolen. This is where we produce and sell about 500 different permaculture plants. It's mostly perennial vegetables, that's our specialty, but also berries and fruit trees. We are a land center, so we are acknowledged as being a permaculture place. Kiwis are one of our specialities. Here we are very abundant growth, lots of fruit. We have several varieties and they are all very good, very sweet. They're ripe from mid-September to mid-November. And we grow them in a pavilion so that they also create a nice shaded area that we use in the summer when it's too hot otherwise. And in the pavilion we also grow some shade-tolerant plants like hostas, acacias and udo. A good permaculture solution is that our apple tree grows with this ground cover, quite tall ground cover, Japanese aster, which is also a perennial vegetable. And they grow very well together. Since I took over this place 10 years ago, we have planted a whole lot of things. We have let the lawn grow wild. We have let the weeds come up again. We grow a lot of plants that the insects love, like the kales here. We have many different perennial kales. We have over 40 different kinds of alliums that are also perennial, and the insects, the butterflies, the flies, everything, they love it. So this place is actually called, it's like a pet name, like called the Insects Paradise. So these are our high growing beds. They are full of organic material in this system that is called hygel beds, hygel growing. We put a lot of horse manure on in the autumn, but otherwise we don't maintain this at all. And the plants here grow on themselves without any watering, without any more fertilizer, any more maintenance at all. And we grow nasturtiums now. Just a short while ago we harvested a lot of wonderful garlic here. And we also have kales, and we have a lot of leafy greens and edible flowers in these beds. And it's always wonderful, no matter how dry, how hot the summers are. This is always abundant and green. We have a lot of old trees that are from the previous times, and we have decided to keep them until we need the wood for firewood or for building. And when we cut them and take them out, then we plant new edible trees. And in the meantime, we enjoy the abundance of elderberries and blackberries that grow in amongst the big trees. This is our kale castle. We test perennial kales here, summer and winter, year after year. At the moment we are testing 16 different varieties for their capability of growing in the Danish conditions. This is our no-dig kitchen garden. It's a very abundant place. We grow on top of compost that we put out in the spring. And we have cabbage and kale and squash and Hokkaido and leafy greens in abundance. We have beans. So we feel it's a fantastic place and there's always something to eat here. My latest design is a fruit garden and it's made as a spiral design. It includes a lot of berries and fruit that we harvest in the summer, and it includes these perennial leek that we harvest in the winter. Underneath here is a hugel bed, and that soaks up water in the winter, which it releases in the summer for the plants to enjoy. This is where my swale ends. It's a pond which is full of water all year round and good for the insects and wildlife. It soaks up a lot of the extra water that comes from the fields, so our garden is not soaked and too wet. It's a fantastic system with the swale. So lastly, we are back at the windbreak we have and the neighbor's field outside. And the neighbor's field is a big problem in the winter, where a lot of water comes from there and right into our garden here. So we have made this wonderful swale that helps us take the water to our pond so we don't get floods in the winter. And with that, I'd like to say thank you. And this is our forest garden as it looks at the moment, and I hope you've enjoyed it.